Live. We're live.
Hey!
Yay!
Hi, happy, what do they call it? Peak of the week.
Peak of the week. Yeah, or
Of the
hump
week.
day if you're up for that. Donna and Cheryl TV without Donna and Cheryl because they're off being all glam and having photos taken and what have you. I just
proper
cannot get Madonna like strike a pose out of my head thinking about them doing that.
I'll tell you what, they've got a lovely day because it's really nice weather up here, so they've got a lovely day for it.
I was really worried because obviously, like I said, down here it's absolutely hooning it down. So I thought, oh no, they're going to be on the beach and
I know. Well, it was yesterday here, it rained all day, so yeah, the sun is shining today, so they'll be pleased with that. So they'll get some nice shots inside.
So you start
hopefully.
With
But that's all right because we're just going to talk holidays and chilling out and the things that you do when you're chilling out, like designing your life. You know, just light topics, nothing heavy for the middle of the week.
So Jo, you've just been on holiday, and we were talking about how, like, actually just having the time out helps with, I guess, like that first up, like the emotional decluttering a little bit, doesn't it? So, do you feel like you've come back and you feel like, oh yeah, I've got a bit of clarity on that, or
a bit of decluttering? I think I'd said to you guys outside of this that I'd done a lot of reflecting on holiday, so it was nice. So we had a camper van, first time I've done that, and it was lovely. Husband, 2 girls and the dog, around the lakes, beautiful weather, and it was just out in the fresh air, just sat outside looking at the night sky, you know. And it was nice, and you don't sort of always get the time. And I think when you're away from home as well, you haven't got all the distractions of the housework, or you've got to do this. So it was just lovely. And it was sort of this time last year for me, I just left employment. So it's been a year, and it did sort of give me time to sit and think, wow, like what has happened in this last year? You know,
lot, right?
A lot. But as I always say, for me, it's more of like inside. It's like how I feel and how I cope with things now, which is all to do with the group and what we've learned. You know what I mean? So it's you know, there's still new challenges, there's new things I'm doing, and it's all quite scary and stuff. So nothing's mapped out as such, you know, for like all of us. It's all new exciting things going on. But when I stop and think, wow, like how I can even just handle that now and just notice what I'm thinking and feeling, and just not caught up in the whole, you know. So, yeah. So like that was it.
Well, Jo, it was September last year that we first met at Cheryl and Donna's retreat in South Shields, and when you sat and you got your 10 minutes of live coaching in front of everyone, and I've said this before, you just seem like a totally different person. You know, you're glowing, you're positive, you're optimistic. I remember you were quite maybe shy is not the right word, but you were just, I don't know, I want to say smaller, but I don't want to insult you. You were just very, very different to who you are now, and seeing how you've changed over the last year has been incredible. Hats off to you, Jo.
But then I can see that, like with you and Tina, your business, Yvette, do you know what I mean? And like I'm on the cusp of just like being brave enough to, it's all there, and I'm just on the cusp of doing it. But it's crazy, we're like in this little group, and like each one of us is just having these like.
This month has been mad.
Wendy, do you know what I mean? It's just, and you're like, wow. And yeah, it is. It's just the self-talk. For me, it's just been the self-talk and the rewiring. And it's an ongoing thing. It doesn't just happen. You just go, it's done and I'm not going to do it. It's that ongoing thing, and using the tools and techniques. And it's that self-talk, as we all know, because you either talk really badly and it brings you down, or you talk positively, you know, and you can...
Or you don't talk at all. Like you just... you just exist.
Mm.
Like
Yeah.
this time last year, I didn't have a job, and that my days did not contain healthy daily routines. They didn't have any intention about them. I literally got up every day going, take the kids to school, find a job.
Yeah.
Take the kids to school, find a job. And finding a job was trawling total jobs,
Mm.
sending emails to agencies, filling in 25 million page, online applications for local councils. And it was just really quite grim.
Mm.
I didn't ever get up and go, today I'm going to show. I didn't even know what the expression to show up really meant. How are you going to show up today? What do you mean I'm going to get out of bed?
Yeah.
What else do I have to do? So you're absolutely right, Jo, really thinking about those practices and listening to the voice in your head and paying attention to it and not being scared to kind of go, what are you saying now? What do you want me to notice? Because it's so much easier in some respects to go, I'm just not going to listen. I'm just going to put the telly on and zone out. Or I'm going to lose my application form and just do it because I think this is what I should be doing because I need a job. And there must be something in this year that's affected so many people in the same way, because you're doing the same, Yvette. You're in a completely different place too.
Yeah, well, I was just thinking about what was I doing this time last year. So I was in a job that I loved, but I've just got to be careful because I'm not actually sure who's in the soul system when I say this, but with some tricky employment issues. And yeah, I thought that was it. I thought, and oh yeah, that was the thing. It was my impending 40th, and I thought some sort of like lightning would strike and life would end or something like horrendous would happen when I turned 40. And it's like I had this ticking thing in my head for when I actually turned 40. But I mean, no one could have imagined what this year would have been like with everything that's going on. But then I really also do think, and I'm not trying to make a frivolous comment about how serious COVID obviously is and what have you, but actually from creating space, I know it's another horrible cliche, but creating space for like people like us in the soul system and other people just to do their businesses differently or start a business or, just like crazy think outside the box. I think I'm using so many cliches. I hate this. Sorry. But
Blue sky thinking.
yeah. I never thought, because I've always sort of dabbled with helping people with their marketing and what have you, and I just never thought that I could actually make it into a business. I always thought, well, who's going to listen to me? Like, I'm talking to small businesses. I've worked with big brands. They probably think, oh, what did she know? She's worked with agencies her whole life. And I think what it was more about was that it was more that I was connected to those business owners, and I felt like, yeah, guys, you guys have got a great mission. I would really want to help you get that out there. But that law of attraction thing that we've got on the little ticker there as well. Actually, do you know what? I need to go back and see who we've got online with us. If you've got anyone online with us as well at the moment as well, come say hi and say how your life has changed in the last 6 months to a year. But that whole law of attraction thing, I've always been a big, huge fan of the law of attraction. My whole journey started like back in 2008 when I read The Secret, and then life changed. However, like you say, Jo, it's the stuff, it's the work, isn't it? It's the constant, you've got to keep it going. It's not just a case of, oh yes, I am a master of the law of attraction, and then it happens. I mean, there's lots of stuff that does genuinely happen because you're in good vibes and what have you with the universe. But I've been doing a lot of work around the money mindset side of things as well with obviously our group, and then I re-listened to Get Rich Lucky Bitch, that book, which I think is just fabulous. It has caused a little bit of an issue because I've changed all my passwords to the amount of money that I want to earn in September, which is essentially when like corporate money runs out. And I'm like, oh my God, what are all my passwords? And then I've changed all my online passwords to the amount, the month, and the date that I want to receive it by. So the amount of times I've had to go, oh yeah, I forgot my password. So it's time to gel in. But it's just little things like that, and you know, believing that it will happen. And I think one of the things I'll say as well, and this is a shameless plug for the Soul System, like if you're not in there, get your butts in there, because being surrounded by people like you guys, by all of the other great guys in there that are doing fab things, it's not making me feel like jealous isn't the right word, but like uncomfortable because people are following their dreams. It's making me think, yes, brilliant, I'm part of this.
It's motivating. It's motivating. That's what I've certainly found the last there's Mel and Tina, you, Wendy, you know, you guys just putting out there, and I'm like, come on, this is just fear. This is just my little last bit of fear.
Do it.
I know, and like, was it yesterday, Mel, or the day before? And I was just like blinking out, and I talked to my husband because, you know, and I was like, look, this is Mel and Tina, they met in the group, that, you know what I mean? And I was like, come on, get a grip, do it, because like the Soul System has just been amazing for me. I mean, Mel was just saying before, you know, when we met, I mean, I wasn't on social media. I can't believe that I come on here and chat, but it's just like I'm having a chat with friends. You know, and I've put stuff out there that I would never have, but the support of having other you guys and other people around, and we've had tears, we've had laughter, we've had all sorts. That has been a massive thing over the last year for me, and something that's really helped me over this whole COVID time, you know, that support that everyone has in the group, and people will go on there and talk about maybe, you know, they're struggling with stuff, and then everyone's so supportive, and that's just incredible.
It's so good.
I think the supportiveness, if that's even a word, is amazing, because you do, like this time last year, I felt like I was the only person who'd ever failed a job interview, that couldn't get a job, that, you know, I was the only person that nobody wanted. And yet you go into the Soul System or even on LinkedIn at the moment, and so many people are in the same boat now. And it seems to be people going, this is month 4. And that seems to be quite normal now. But last year I felt like I was the person it was happening to. So finding a community where you could come along and go, I feel pretty bad, I feel like nobody wants me, I feel really worthless. And to have people going, I felt like that. And do you know what? Things do change. Keep with it. And they changed because I tried doing this, or I tried doing that, or I just gave it over to the universe. And I think I've told you this story before, but very briefly, I had quite a life-changing moment when I realised I didn't have enough money in my bank to pay the mortgage that was due in about 2.5 weeks. So I was like, right, I'm going to have to go at my mum and borrow some money. And then Donna sent me the basket meditation, where she said, do this every day for 7 days and see what happens. And so I did, and I felt really awkward and stupid doing it the first couple of times, but I kept on with it for 7 days. And I woke up on the morning of the 8th day and looked at my bank account, and even more money had gone out, and I was like, that's it, I'm screwed. And I got a phone call later that day, just from the agency, going, can you do 3 weeks temp work at this college? And it was weekly paid, and that paid my mortgage for the month. And I was just like, something's happened there. You were so cynical, but you did it. Tune into this, to what people are saying, and do you know what? Go in with an open mind, because you have nothing to lose. And that has now been my approach to everything we've learned in the Soul System, everything we've learned on The Real You. Just go in with an open mind. You literally have nothing to lose. And it's served me really well. It's changed everything. Like your perspective, how you think about your days, how you think about your life. It's just like, wow.
Mel, tell us about the basket meditation, just for the people that haven't done it, that are watching.
So it's about 10 minutes. So you just sit, and it's about letting go of control. So in my case, I was so desperately trying to control getting a job, and I was applying for things I didn't want, applying for everything, and all you do is you picture the thing that you're trying to control, and you put it in a basket, and it's a guided meditation, so they get you to visualize the basket and what it looks like, and you put the thing that you're trying to control into the basket, and you envisage angels coming down, taking the basket away, and you're saying to the universe, have it, it's yours, you look after it, I'm letting go of control. And that's why I struggled with it initially, because I'm like, angels, seriously? Oh god, yeah. Golden basket, they're taking it away. But actually by the third and the fourth time I could just feel like my mind was much deeper into it. And that's what it was. You thank the universe, you hand over the control, and you trust that the universe will do something for you. And I suppose on that day I had a choice. When that job offer came in, I could have turned around and went, are you kidding me? It's barely over minimum wage for a few weeks. It's way beneath me. And I could have ignored that sign, but I didn't. It's like, no, I will actually. I'm going to take it. Why not? I need the money. Let's go for it. And I had a cracking few weeks. And I learned a few things, and I enjoyed myself, and I got out of the house, and I paid my mortgage, and it was fantastic. And I don't know if it would have happened had I not done the meditation. I will never know.
Yeah.
But it felt better. It felt better than just sitting every day and feeling sorry for myself.
I know. I just love all the, once you've kind of tapped into that stuff, like all the synchronicities and all the stuff that happens. I think it's just, I had, where I've been working on the money mindset stuff as well. It's like Joe said, it's like ongoing work. And so I've just been doing bits and pieces here and there. Oh yeah, I've got this. I ordered these online. Watch, this is hilarious. And Colin tried to pay for something the other day with it. It's a £1 million note, and I put it in my purse as like a money manifestation. And he got the money out, and I was like, no. I said, we're going to get done for like fraud or something. I said, it's just in there as a manifestation. But I've gone off on a tangent again. Because when we were talking this morning, we were talking about like doing the work of designing your life. So there's lots of us that have, like, you know, Owen with his writing, like you say, Wendy, you know, with the heartfulness, homeopathy, you and Tina, and there's so many others, Neil with his business as well. And what Mel and I were talking about this morning with the work was, and this was, oh Mel, thank you so much, because this was such an aha moment for me. So kudos to you, girl, and your coaching skills. But thank you. I was, it's funny because when you're in corporate, I always felt like you're in corporate and then this is the square of your day that fits within these hours. And then I used to fit all the cool stuff of my life around that. And I used to get really sort of stressed if, you know, because you're trying to fit in your fitness and your meditation and your morning stuff and And where I've gotten like super excited about doing really cool stuff that I love, I've just replaced one with the other. And what I haven't done is I haven't integrated a lot of that really cool stuff into my day, because I have permission to do that now. And that's a really big thing. It's permission to get up at a normal time, not at the arse crack of dawn, so that I can do meditation first thing. Like get up at a normal time, and that meditation or that morning routine, whatever it is all part of my day. And like Donna and Cheryl say as well, just book the time in to read a book or whatever it is that's part of your work. It's so important to do that. So I think that what you're saying, Joe, as well, about all of the stuff you've done with the self-talk and all of those things that we do, it doesn't fit around your work life, whatever that looks like. It's actually part of it, and just giving yourself permission to do that. Happy days, you know.
Absolutely. And it's tough because we have definitely been brought up to think that you have to work hard, and actually, you know, you don't enjoy work. It's something you have to do. And I remember hearing from my peers, like, don't expect to enjoy your job. You know, it's just something that you've got to get done, and so then you can enjoy other things. And that's never really sat comfortably with me, ever. I never wanted that Sunday night feeling. And I guess I've been lucky in the fact that for the most part, I've been okay. But giving yourself permission to have days that are enjoyable, where you're choosing what you do because that is aligning to how you want your life to be, it's tough because you feel guilty that it should be harder than this. Getting up at a nice time, doing some meditation, reading a book for an hour as part of your self-development before then tackling your work tasks feels like indulgence.
Mm.
And it's not. It absolutely isn't. What it is you have taken control of how you want your life to feel like and be like, and you're choosing the activities that align with that. And that is really, really powerful. And we should be sitting back going, yeah, I'm so glad I'm not on an hour's commute into central London or sitting on the A19 in the pouring rain. I am enriching my life. I'm choosing my days, and that is okay.
You got a lovely message from Wendy as well. Angels for an angel, Mel.
They're all
Sorry,
around.
I
Thanks,
missed all the
Wendy.
original comments because I was under I was trying to put banners up and do all sorts of weird stuff. So we've got some comments.
Have a look then.
Time out created by COVID and impact of not being busy, focusing just on being chilled and healthy in the run up to having a baby is giving me the headspace. Oh, that's so lovely.
Yeah.
That's so lovely. That whole
It
experience
is so
must be so
true.
different. And then our lovely Wendy talking about everybody birthing their businesses.
Call the midwife.
Oh my god.
Brilliant. Brilliant, Wendy.
Kind of consultants.
Yeah. Oh, Wendy's got one of those £1 million notes as well. Yeah, I feel like I need to put the Amazon link in.
Yeah, I was going to say, I want one of them. Definitely. I want a few. I'll have several. Yeah, that'll be good.
I had a whole pack of them. I don't know where they've all gone. I've just got the one left. So I must have given them out to people. So somewhere around Hampshire is floating £1 million notes.
Oh, cool.
But it's been
Cool.
It's been so lovely though, isn't it? I think the other thing that I wanted to mention as well, because Cheryl and Donna have got a waiting list for it. Did you guys do the Supercharge Your Self-Confidence challenge before that they ran?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
That was so good, wasn't it? Because they're going to be running that again, and so the waiting list is open. So we'll pop the link in the comments as well. But yeah, I mean, if you guys want to get on board with that, and get on board quick as well, because we had 350 people sign up for the last the imposter syndrome one as well. Do you know what I loved about that? I think the funniest thing, I mean, there's loads of stuff that is great about that, but when you're actually on the calls, the funniest thing is when people start to name their imposter person and what that person sounds like. I love it.
Yeah, I love Estelle. Is that Donna's?
Yeah.
She uses Estelle. Yeah. But just on that, I'm gonna just follow that up. So we were talking just on this session today, weren't we, about how we've changed. And one of the things that I think we would all say has really changed about us is our confidence and self-belief.
Yeah.
And I thought I was doing okay. And then realised that I still hold back in quite a few areas because I don't feel ready. And I mentioned this to Yvette this morning. So apparently readiness has nothing to do with being ready. Readiness is about having the courage to throw yourself in there. So that's all readiness is. It's about courage, not about being ready. And for me, courage comes from confidence and the self-belief. And if anyone's sitting there going, I'm not sure I can do this, I don't know, then sign up to the self-confidence blast, like that course, which will give you a blast, a real kind of headshot of things you can do to make yourself feel more confident. I think we all stepped out of our comfort zone the last time we did that course in one or two or maybe more ways. I think for me, something on LinkedIn, I can't remember, but it felt horrible. And I did it, and it felt amazing. So I'm going to try and tie that in together and say, if you want to do something, but you don't feel ready, it's because you're still a bit scared because you're not confident enough. So get on the course, get the confidence, and go out there and nail it. Boom.
Except for you.
Boom!
Jo.
Take that, Janet.
Sorry.
You are ready, yeah?
Yeah, Jo's ready. Jo doesn't need to go on the course. Jo needs just needs to and then put herself out there.
Actually, I'll tell you what I did, and you saw that of it on this. We're doing this course, and I put myself out there yesterday in that group.
Yes, you did.
And seeing what I was doing, and that was a massive thing for me. And like Mel said, I did it, and I felt really good after. And I do other things that I don't necessarily shout about, but I'm doing them. So it's just I'm doing them. I just need to own it. But I would second that what Mel said. I didn't do the last. Was it last week? I was on holiday. I didn't do the last course, but the one before, and it is, you know, when you can sit and you can like really beat yourself up about it. Come on, that it's fun, and you just get so many hints and tips. And I've done it twice now. So I think the one they've just done was the third one, wasn't it? I've done it twice, and if I would have done it last week if I wasn't away, I'm still scribbling down little notes. Because you're not getting just Donna and Cheryl's expertise and knowledge on it. You're getting all these other great people who will come in and say things, and everyone's going, "Oh, I think like that. Oh, I think like that." That's not just me. And you get so many good ideas as well that I love it, and I'm always scribbling loads of notes down. So there's nothing. I mean, it's free, isn't it? Is it? It's free.
Yeah.
Sign up.
Free. Yeah. On the back of the last course, a friend of mine teamed up with a sister, and they started their own business.
Wow.
Purely on the back of that 5-day course. She just went, that is it. I am doing it. And she had what initially seemed to be a bit of an off-the-cuff conversation with her sister, and the next thing, they are out there in business, and with a really lovely idea, which again is quite heartfelt. I won't say too much, so I don't know how far along they are, but that really gave her a kick. So what it was an hour a day, 5 days. So in 5 hours, she then got the kick to go off and do something amazing.
Awesome. And
pretty
awesome.
awesome.
That she couldn't do it last time with the 2-week-old baby, but now's the time.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, absolutely.
We're like almost time up as well. That time has flown by. So who's going to do the Cheryl thing, the whole kind of keeping it real thing? Because I quite. Yes, Jo.
I'm not even going to try.
Just so gangster. I love it. Right. We'll see you guys later. I'm not actually sure who's on tomorrow. But it will definitely be one of either Cheryl or Donna, and one of them might be wearing one of their new tops. Who knows? Because that's caused quite a stir in the group as well. Right, guys, see you later.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
See you later. Bye, everyone.